All right, good evening and welcome to this Yoga for Recovery, Realization, and Resilience. My name is Brian, and I'm delighted to be here with you and that you are here with me tonight for this practice. Tonight's practice is going to be a hip-centered movement practice. We'll work some stretches and some dynamic movements to open the hips, try to free up some energy flowing through the hips, free up our stories and let them flow. And then we'll do some breath work and we'll finish with a nice guided rest. We'll be about 45 minutes in the practice this evening. So as always, let me remind everyone of our first guiding principle, which is support precedes action. So take a moment to ensure that you have all of the necessary support that you need for your practice. Blocks, straps, bolsters, blankets, eye shades, shawl, chair, tissues, clear your passageways to breathe freely, whatever it is that you need in order to support yourself in your practice. Take a moment to ensure that you have that available to you. And then I'll remind everyone again that the next thing that's most important for you to remember is that everything that I do over here is a suggestion, an offer, an invitation. And that the only requirement for you is to be present and to breathe. Everything else is optional. So come out of any posture at any time, take any alternate posture at any time, modify any posture at any time, stop when you need to, take breaks if you need to. Manage that challenge between the effort of whatever might be, causing you to have some effort in a particular posture against ease. We balance in between effort and ease. So we're not here to, no one wins. There are no winners out here. And we're not here to try to overachieve anything, to overexert. We're looking for that strong, steady center. We're looking for the ability to modify our emotional regulation and change our mind state in a positive way. And so feel into the wisdom of your own body. Listen to the wisdom of your own body. Honor that wisdom by doing what your body asks you to do. All right, let us land and raise a little gratitude and set an intention. So we land by finding our supports, by finding the places where our body is in connection with something, feeling the physical sensation of that connection, bringing our awareness to that physical sensation, those places of connection, and feeling into the truth of being supported in this moment. What is it like to be supported in this moment? You're in the privacy of your own space. Feel into the supports that are available to you in that space. And rooting through as if you could extend roots through those places of connection. Root down so that you can lengthen through the side body, lengthen through the spine, lengthen through the crown. Experiment with tucking the chin till you feel the release at the back of the neck and then feel the full length of the spine from the base to the crown. And then notice in your torso, in your body, what happens when you elongate and align the spine. Notice what happens for you from that simple movement of elongation and alignment. And then turning your attention to your breath, begin to breathe in and out through the nostrils, following the inhale all the way in, down into the body cavity, front, back, and sides. Full 360 breath without stress, strain, or exertion. Just a full inhale. And a complete exhale. Following the exhale all the way out, noticing what happens in your body as the lungs empty completely. Feel the release of all that has happened in this life up until this point. Be fully present here as you breathe in, just finding the next inhale as it appears. Following that inhale in. And that exhale out. Just being present with the breath and knowing that you're breathing. Knowing that you're sitting. Knowing that you're breathing. And in that knowing, on your next inhale, I invite you to float your hands to your heart in a way that brings awareness to your heart space. Maybe the left hand over the heart, the right hand over the left, maybe the hands in prayer, thumb knuckles resting lightly on the breastbone. Bringing awareness to your heart space and allow to arise in your heart space gratitude. Any one thing for which you are grateful, maybe today for you, just the possibility of gratitude. And whatever it is that arises when gratitude is called forth in your being, Go ahead and see that clearly in your mind's eye. Acknowledge your gratitude and anchor whatever that is at your heart space. And then I'll invite us, if you choose, to set an intention for your practice today. Perhaps a simple intention to just be right there with each inhale, or to keep your gratitude anchored in your heart space through the practice. But whatever your intention is, I invite you to take a moment to state it to yourself. Hear yourself in your mind's ear as you state your intention in a clear and declarative voice, as if it is already done. And then listening as the echoes of your intention reverberate in your being, I invite you to take a full inhale. And as you exhale, if you choose to, allow your chin to drop toward your grateful and intentional heart. And offer a benediction to seal your intention as I say, Namo, Namaste. And then release your hands, lift the chin, recenter in your elongated, aligned spine. Take a full inhale. And then bring your grateful heart and your intentional mind to your mat. And we're going to start in wisdom pose or child's pose. So down onto your mat. And your knees are either together or apart, depends on how you prefer when you're practice. Bringing your torso down towards your top of your thighs, letting your hips move back toward your heels, bringing your forehead towards the mat. Great place for your gear here. Maybe you have your block at whatever height is appropriate for you to support your forehead in this posture. Working out what is right for you. Arms are extended, walking the fingers out a little bit. Feel the length of the arms, so we're not flopping the elbows down. We're lifting and lengthening, feeling the length in the underside of the arm and in the armpit. Maybe pressing back lightly through the fingertips so that the heels move toward the hips. Maybe rotating your forehead on that block or on that mat from temple to temple, massaging while we release the back of the neck. And finding our breath here. Full inhalation here. Complete exhale. On the next inhale, walk the fingertips out a little further. Feel that length. Feel the torso maybe lift a little bit, the forehead lift a little bit. Find that length. And then exhale. Check in with your intention, with your gratitude. And then we begin to move the body a little bit. So we're going to just inhale the body out so that the shoulders come out over the hands. Just a simple movement, modified plank pose. And then exhale, we're going to press the hips back toward the heels into that extended wisdom pose or extended child's pose. There's a simple movement here. Finding alignment with breath. Finding your breath, your pace, your practice. Just simple inhale and exhale. Rocking the hips back and forth, feeling the weight move from the palm fingertips and the heel of the palm to the tops of the feet and the knees. Anchoring in here, one more. Inhale out. Exhale, curl the toes. Press back through the ball of the foot and press back through the heel. So you feel the knees perhaps lift a little. And then inhale, lift the hips through plank towards the ceiling. Pressing the chest and stomach back toward the thighs, releasing the crown of the head. And then exhale, release the heels toward the mat. Press the hips back and up. Press through the fingertip and the heel of the palm. Feel the arms get long. Feel the back extend, opening through the back. This is your downward facing dog. A full inhale here. A complete exhale. Bend one knee and press back through the opposite heel. Breathe into the back of that leg with the heel pressing back. Switch with your breath. Bend the other knee, press back through the other heel. And then just do that a few times. That's called walking your dog. Walk your dog a few times with your breath. Again, we're learning in these simple movements to align the breath with the movement. Fully focused here. Whatever it is that was working on today, whatever it is that was bothering us 5 minutes ago, all of that is no longer present. What's present is your awareness of your breath and your body. This is called mindful movement, one of our 5 tools. Mindful movement. We bring our mind to the movement. This practice is about bringing the heart, the mind, and the body together in one space. Being here, being present with yourself. Bend both knees, press out of the arms, lift the hips up and back, feel the back get long, and then maybe straighten the legs, let the heels drop. A full inhale here. A complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, gently walk the hands back to the feet, bringing yourself into a forward fold. Feet are underneath the hips. Now weight tends to lean forward because the torso is leaning forward. So make sure that you're balancing your weight in your feet. So press your hips up and back so that the weight is balanced between the inside and outside of the ball of the foot, inside and outside of the heel of the foot. Those 4 points of the foot. Imagine you could draw little lines from the inside of the ball to the outside of the heel, and vice versa. And where those lines would intersect, this is center point of the arch. You want your weight balanced there. Maybe grab opposite elbows in front of or behind your legs. Feeling a little bit of additional support for your forward fold. Releasing the neck. Notice the tension in the back of the neck. So gently shake your head side to side to say no tension in my head or neck. Experiment with bending one knee or the other knee. Maybe walking your forward fold a little bit. Feeling that difference in the hamstring and in the hips. We're opening through the hips in this practice. Release the hands. Take a breath here. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Bring the palms to the shins. Place the palms against the shins. As you inhale, straighten the arms to support lifting the back parallel with the mat. Breathe behind the heart. Keep the crown long while the hips move back. The crown moves to the top of the mat. The hips move to the bottom of the mat. Long through the side body. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Release the head. Release the hands. Back to forward fold. Do that a couple times. Inhale. Flat back. Exhale. Fold. Inhale. Flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Walk the hands out. Come back into a plank position. So now hips are not too high or too low. We're straight line energy from the crown of the head through the back of the heels, pressing out of the fingertips and the heel of the palm. Excuse me. Inhale, get long here. And then exhale, lift the hips, let the heels drop, come back to downward dog. Take a breath in downward dog. Exhale, side out. Inhale, look up between your hands. Exhale, walk your left foot forward between your hands. Maybe help it if you need to. Bringing the ankle underneath the knee or in front of the knee. Drop your right knee in the top of your right foot. Beginning to feel into a little bit of opening through the hip girdle. Keep that right hip over the hip. So the tendency is to bring that right hip too far forward. Keep that right hip over the knee for a moment. And then press into the heel of the left foot. Down into the right knee. Maybe pick up your hands. Feel that balance move into the core a little bit for balance. Maybe bring your hands to your knee. Left hand under, right hand on top. And then from here, maybe you straighten your arms to help lift the torso. Feeling that upright, steady lunge. Inhale here, lengthen through the crown. Exhale, just sink that right quadricep, the front of the right thigh towards the back of left heel. Leaning in. Stay long through the crown. Breathe here. Full inhale. Complete exhale. If you like, inhale, take the arms up. Maybe interlock the thumbs, maybe push the palms, maybe interlace the fingers, maybe your hands don't come together. That's all right. Find your arm position. Maybe look up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, get long. Exhale, bring the hands down. Frame that left foot. Curl the toes of the right foot, lift the right knee, and step the left foot back to join the right, pressing back into a downward dog. A full inhale. A complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, walk that right foot forward and maybe help it if you need to. Bringing that right ankle underneath the knee. Drop the left knee in the top of the left foot. Check the hip of the left side, the left hip over the knee. Press down into that right heel and that left knee. Stabilize here. Maybe pick up your hands. Maybe bring the hands to the knee, right hand underneath. Settle in, feel that steady, sure, centered place. Establish yourself in your posture here. Support precedes action. Find your supports. Then maybe inhale, straighten the arms to lift the torso, align the hips and the knee. Breathe in, and then sink the hip. Bring that left quadricep toward that right heel. Establish here in your lunge, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, maybe take the arms up, maybe interlock the thumbs the opposite way. Maybe press the palms, maybe interlace the fingers the opposite way. Maybe your hands don't touch. Doesn't matter, look up. Inhale, get long. Exhale, bring the hands down, frame the foot, curl the toes, lift the left knee, step back and press back, downward facing dog. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, left foot forward. Now, option to drop the right knee or keep the right knee lifted. Press back through the right heel, down into the left heel. Find a stable, steady position. Establish your supports. Inhale here. Exhale. Maybe bring your hands to your knee again, left hand underneath. Finding support. Establishing yourself. Keep lifting that right thigh. Keep pressing back through that right heel as you press down into that left heel. Maybe inhale, straighten the arms to lift the torso. Breathing here, full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, take the arms up. Again, find your arm position, whatever's right for you. Maybe look up. Inhale, get long. Exhale, bring the hands down, frame the foot, step back, press back, downward facing dog. Take a full inhale. A complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, right foot forward. Again, drop the left knee if you like, or keeping the left knee lifted, press back through the heel. Establish yourself in supported posture first. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bring the hands to the knee for support. Establish your supported posture. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep lifting that left thigh as you press back through the left heel. Inhale, straighten the arms, lift the torso. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale, take the arms up. Maybe look up. Reaching long through the fingertips on the inhale. Pressing down and back on the exhale. Inhale here. Exhale, bring the hands down. Step back, press back, downward facing dog. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, left foot forward. Now, again, option to drop the right knee. Whether you drop the right knee or keep it lifted, bring the left hand inside the left foot. Walk the left foot gently out to the edge of the mat. Establish this posture first. Now, you have options here. If you like, you can rotate that left hip outward, which will rotate your left foot to the outside edge of your left foot, maybe exposing the sole of the left foot. Feeling a little more opening in that hip now. Again, support yourself as you need. Drop the knee as you need. If you like, you can walk the hands a little forward. Maybe a little more. Maybe dropping onto your elbows. Maybe putting your block underneath your elbows for support. Breathing into this. Feeling that strength and steadiness between and through the hip girdle. Long and strong. Full inhale here. Complete exhale. Now, if you're on your elbows, slowly lift your elbows. If your hands are out in front of your shoulders, slowly bring your hands back underneath the shoulders. If you roll open that hip, roll it closed, press into the sole of the left foot, and then gently walk the left foot back in line with the hip underneath the shoulder. Take your left hand outside the left foot. Step back, press back, downward facing dog. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, right foot forward. Again, drop the left knee if you like. Once you've established your lunge, however you have it, bring your right hand inside the right foot. Gently walk your right foot out to the right edge of the mat. If you like, roll open that right hip and open the outside edge of that right foot. Breathing. Stay long through the crown. Long line of energy from the crown to the left heel. Opening through that right hip. Breathing deep. Maybe walking your hands out. Maybe noticing the difference one side to the other. Maybe you don't get to the same spot on one side. We're not fully symmetrical. Be okay with what you have. The goal of the practice is to just be okay with what you have in this moment. Be aware. Listen to the wisdom of your body, breathing in and breathing out. A full inhale here. A complete exhale. On the inhale, if your elbows are low, lift them. Walk your hands back underneath if they came out. Roll that hip back in. Walk the right foot back in line with the hip and under the shoulder. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Downward facing dog, a full inhalation. A complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Step the right foot forward to join it. Forward fold. Release the hands, release the head. Lift through the hips, press back so that the weight is balanced in the heel and the ball. Breathe here, full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale. Now slowly roll upright. One vertebra at a time. Saving the head and neck for last. As the torso comes upright, the shoulders will naturally roll up and down. The arms will release. Crown will come high. Tuck the chin slightly. Feel the length in the back of the neck. Feel the spine elongated and lined. Feel the change in energy as the blood shifts. Now that the head is above the heart, all of that blood is returning down through the heart. Breathe in here, move the hips slightly toward the top of your mat. Breathe out, move the back of the palm slightly toward the back of your mat. Feel yourself aligned here, full, steady, sure. Check your gratitude and your intention. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Place the hands beside the feet. Step the right foot back to a lunge. Step the left foot back to join. Inhale to a plank. Exhale. Knees, chest, chin, or bend the elbows back toward the hips. Reverse push up. Lower yourself all the way to the mat. Release the tops of the feet. Release the hands. Hands come back by the hips, palms up. Tops of the feet reach past into the mat. Toes go long. Chin, nose, or forehead comes to the mat. Long through the back of the body here. Inhale here. Lengthen through the crown. Notice as you lengthen through the crown, the face might lift a little. Continue to lengthen through the crown. Bring the chest forward. See if you can bring the heart forward to the top of the mat. Pressing back through the toes. Breathe here. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here, maybe get a little more length. Exhale, lower down. Release. Heels open, turn your right ear, right cheek to the mat. Release the shoulders and take a breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Bring your nose, chin, or forehead back to the mat. Exhale. Let your fingers go long. Press into the tops of the feet. Inhale. Bring the crown forward. Maybe the chest rises. Exhale. Stay here. Try not to retreat on the exhale. Inhale. Get a little longer. Lift a little higher perhaps. Exhale. Lower down. Turn your left cheek and ear to the mat. Let your heels fall open. Relax the shoulders and take a breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale. Full inhalation. As you exhale, gently roll to your back. Either direction, doesn't matter. And continue to work on the hips. Coming down onto your back, lengthen through the crown. Press through the heels. Flex the toes back toward the face. Feel the full back side of the body. Now notice the tension in your neck perhaps. So relax the shoulders. Imagine you could pull down on your side ribs. Feel your lower spine come in contact with the mat. Notice that little shift of the hip girdle so that your lower spine can be supported on the mat. All right, we're going to work a little bit from this side of the body. So on the inhale, bring the knees in toward the chest. Reach up just below the knees. Squeeze. Relax the shoulders. Lengthen through the crown. Feel the lower part of your spine on the mat. Now, holding the left knee against the chest, release the right leg. Let it go long so it's hovering over the mat. So the left knee is coming in and out towards the left shoulder. The right leg is going long and you're alternating, pressing between the heel and the toes. So you'll be flexing that right foot. Feeling that leg. Breathe here. Flex the left foot, bring the toes back to the face. Press through the right heel, get long here. Inhale here, and then exhale, bring the right knee in and extend the left leg. Both hands will come up and help you to support bringing that right knee in towards your right shoulder. Left foot is going long, pressing alternately between the heel and the toes. Find that length through the hip girdle here. Now, release the hands down by the sides, palms down. If you need more support or would like more support, you can bring the thumbs underneath the sits bones, underneath the body. If you'd like even more support, you can bring the back of the palms underneath the SI joint, which is the top of the buttocks. Find your supported posture. And from here, we're going to piston the legs with the breath. So as you inhale, the left knee will come in, the right foot will go long. And as you exhale, the right knee will come in, the left foot will go long. And you're just going to continue to do that. Your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. So maybe long, deep breaths, nice, slow movement. Or maybe you're picking up the tempo a little bit, feeling into this, feeling that work in the hamstring and in the hip flexors. Find your rhythm. Move with your breath. Again, mindful movement, being mindful of the breath. The breath starts the movement. Movement stops when the breath stops. Maybe you're tightening a little bit at the back of the throat, the glottis, so you can hear the breath in the nostrils, that ocean breath, that ujjayi breath, that victorious breath, aligning to the rhythm of your breath. Moving energy through the hip girdle, through the thighs. Inhale, both legs long. Exhale, lower the feet. Let the toes fall open, turn the palms up. Take a breath. Let everything settle. Whew, feel that energy in your hip girdle, wherever you feel it in your body. Notice what's happening for you. Notice your own experience. Be in your own practice. Be aware of what's shifting. Notice the change in your mind state, in your emotional regulation. Check in with your gratitude and your intention. See how you're doing. Whew. All right. Now bring the hands back alongside the hip, palms down. Again, spine to support. Maybe the thumbs under the sits bones, maybe the back of the palm under the SI joint. We're going to lift the legs straight up, press through the heels, flex the toes back toward the face, get long through the legs. Now, we have options here. We're going to do our leg list, and you're going to do your choice. So you can do scissor kicks, so lowering one leg, down on the exhale, inhale up. Other leg down on the exhale. Inhale up. Finding your rhythm, your breath, your pace, your practice. Maybe you're doing both legs. Keeping the back against the mat, feeling the full support of the back. Working with your breath. Engaging through the hip flexors and into the abdomen now. Engaging the core here, a little willpower. Feeling into the beauty of this practice. One leg or two, your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. Inhale the legs up. Gently retain this breath. Lengthen through the crown. Exhale, bring the legs down. Let the toes fall open. Let the palms turn up at the hips. Release and allow your breath. Maybe your breath got a little ragged. Maybe you feel that heat. Maybe you feel that energy. Maybe you feel a little engaged. Allow what's happening for you. Let everything settle and integrate. This is the ease. We work between effort and ease. Sthira, and Sukha. Between dynamic movement and restful integration. Allow everything to integrate and settle. One more dynamic movement here. And then we'll do our twist and move into our breath. So bring the toes and heels together. Palms down by the side. Walk the heels back toward the hips. Bring the knees toward the ceiling. Keep the knees in alignment with the hips. Now, the tendency in this movement is for the knees to float open. We want to counter that tendency by rotating the thighs inward so that the knees are staying in parallel. Feel the feet, feel the 4 points of the feet. We talked about press into the 4 points of the feet. And notice as you press into your feet how that lower part of your buttocks, your hip girdle, will tilt just a little bit. The pelvic bowl will tilt. Feel into that little tilting of the pelvic bowl. Continue to press into the feet and watch the buttocks begin to roll up off the mat. Continue to press into the feet and lift, and notice how you roll up into your lower back, into your middle back, and into your upper back. This is our bridge pose. Again, remember, we're moving the knees away from the face, pressing into the feet, and turning the thighs inward to keep the knees in parallel. Breathing here. No weight in the neck. It's all in the upper shoulders. Breathing here, full inhale. And then as you exhale, gently roll down one vertebrae at a time until you're just hovering with your pelvic bowl on the end of the exhale. And then on the inhale, you come back up. So find your rhythm, your breath, your pace, your practice. Oh. Dynamic bridges. Again, moving with breath, mindful movement. Working the back of the hips, the hamstrings, hip flexors, and again, a little bit of core and lower back. All this energy being moved down in there. Energizing, moving. Inhale up. Gently retain this breath. And exhale lower down. Take a full inhale, bring the knees into the chest. Exhale, squeeze a little bit. Rock a little side to side. Maybe rotate the hips. If you rotate the hips, rotate in both directions, freeing any tension in the lower back. That's all we're looking to do here before we move into our twist. All right, then bring the knees over the hips. Feet are together, heels and toes touching, shins may be parallel to the mat. That's just creating space. It's not critical. Your heels can fall through your hips, towards your buttocks. It doesn't matter. Take the hands out 30 to 60 to 90 degrees. Create space. Inhale here. Lengthen through the crown. Push down into lower back and then exhale. Let both knees drop over to the right while you look over your left shoulder. Allowing a little twist here. Release, massaging all of the organs at the lower part of the back there, the kidneys, the adrenal glands. Releasing any tension in the hip girdle that might have accrued through those dynamic movements and allowing ourselves to just breathe deep to the back of that left hip. On the next inhale, bring the knees back to center, head back to center. Find your position in your supported posture, pressing down into the lower back. Exhale, let both knees go to the left as you look over the right shoulder. And again, allow whatever's there for you. No overdoing, no over-efforting. Let the weight of gravity in the legs, the weight of the legs and gravity do the work here. Not trying to force anything. We're just allowing the twist to happen. Think of it as a massage. You're gently hugging yourself, your internal organs here, breathing. Relaxing that right shoulder. Any tension in the neck. Breathing in. On your next inhale, bring the knees back to center. On your exhale, reach up, squeeze the knees in. Maybe bring your head up toward your knees, forehead toward the knees, nose toward the knees on your inhales. Retain this breath and squeeze. And then exhale, release the legs long. Let the toes fall open. Take the heels as wide as is comfortable for you on your mat. Turn the palms up at the sides. Lengthen through the crown and pull down on the side body. Check my timing here. All right on time. Beautiful. All right. So we're going to do a balancing breath while we're in this pre-rest posture. You have an option here. We're going to just use mental awareness. But if you have a practice that involves using your hand mudra in order to support the physical blocking of your nostrils, feel free to do that. I'm just going to teach mental awareness here. We're going to do a Nadi Shodhana, or balancing breath. So the practice is to bring your awareness to your left nostril and to inhale through your left nostril, long, deep, even, full inhale. Awareness on the left nostril and the breath in the left nostril. At the top of the inhale, you're going to pause for a moment, switch your awareness to your right nostril, and then exhale, long, deep, complete, and exhale through the right nostril. Holding your awareness on the right nostril, you're going to inhale through the right. Long, deep, full, complete inhalation, right nostril. Pausing at the top, switching your awareness to your left nostril, and then exhaling completely through the left nostril. Inhales and exhales are even in length, duration, and intensity and volume. Body is very still. Awareness is on the breath in the nostril. Focus is at the brow point. The eyes are closed. If you're uncomfortable with your eyes closed, then just narrow your gaze and just bring your gaze to something not moving beyond the tip of your nose. And continue the pattern. Inhaling left. Pausing. Exhaling right. Inhaling right. Pausing. Switching your awareness and exhaling left. So we're switching on the exhales. And continue your rhythm. Inhale left. Your pace. Exhale right. Your breath. Inhale right. Your practice. Exhale left. Continue that pattern. We're going to be here for a few minutes. Just allow yourself to be in the pattern. Alternate nostril breathing, balancing the hemispheres of the brain, allowing the body to settle and integrate, opening the channel of connection between the two lobes. Noticing for yourself your experience. Continue. Feeling into the body settling. Just be in the breath. Awareness on the breath, in the nostril. Fully present. Breathing in, knowing that you're breathing in. Breathing out, knowing that you're breathing out. Fully supported, fully present. One more minute to stay with the pattern. Allow yourself to breathe consciously, with full awareness. And full engagement. Let your next iteration of the pattern be your last iteration of this pattern, so that as you find yourself exhaling on that left nostril, you go ahead and release the pattern. And then take a moment to find any additional adjustments you may want to make for your final guided rest. Maybe you have an eye cloth. Maybe you have a blanket or a shawl. Maybe you have a bolster. Anything that will provide you maybe 1% more support as you move into rest, guided rest. Allow yourself to be done. Let go. You're done. Be done. Allow yourself to just rest. Give yourself the gift of rest. Honor that gift. Be fully committed to that gift. Commit to letting go completely. Commit to resting fully, deeply. Release any analysis, any conversation, any competition, certainly any condemnation. Just be present and let go. Feel how powerful and sweet it is to let go completely for a moment, just for a moment. And we'll explore this sense of letting go in silence for the next minute or so. refocus your awareness on your breath and begin to return your awareness to your body by perhaps wiggling your toes and your fingers, maybe rotating your wrists and your ankles. Continuing to bring awareness to the full body. Bring your heels toward your hips, your knees toward the ceiling, and extend the right arm alongside your head so that the bicep frames your ear. Take a moment to prepare yourself to gently roll to your right side. And when you are ready, and only when you are ready, gently roll to your right side, using that arm to cradle your head and neck. Taking a moment on your right side to prepare to be upright again. And then when you are ready, and only when you are ready, bring your left arm in front of your chest and use your left arm to help leverage yourself back to a seated posture. Holding your intention to be in this restful state, keeping your awareness on the internalization, internal feeling of rest, that peace or stillness, whatever it is you found in this rest. Trying to hold that with you as you reestablish your supported seat. And then as you reestablish your supported seat, I'll invite you once again as you inhale to float your hands to your heart in a way that brings awareness to your heart space. And allow to arise perhaps one more thing for which you are grateful. And then as you witness yourself resting in gratitude in your space, I'll take this opportunity to extend my sense of gratitude to you from this space. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your practice. I'm honored to be here, truly. And as always, I invite and encourage you to stay here in grateful rest for as long as you like. And when you do rise, please take your gratitude and the echoes of your practice with you as you go through the remainder of your day, lifting yourself and all that you come into contact with. Have an amazing day.